Hello everybody and welcome back here to the show. Today we're at the warehouse loading up for our big event tomorrow. As you can see, we have a lot of equipment here down in our warehouse down on the farm. Now, we're going to continue from where we left off last time and talk about insurance and safety certificates. Now, insurance is a must for any bouncy castle hire, whether you're doing backyard bookings or big events. Now, when you do get into the big events, you will find out most organisations will want to see your insurance certificates before they let you onto their field or before they decide to hire from you. So make sure you're covered. And as for the insurance, I can't quite comment on how much it is because it varies on every insurance company, and it also depends on how much equipment you got, what equipment you got, and so forth. So you're going to have to shop around and get the best deal, just like your car, to get the best insurance. Now, here in the UK, £5 million public liability insurance is quite adequate for every type of thing you do. We've had that for the last 10 years and it's done as well, and most event organisers are absolutely happy with it. There are some people out there who've got 10 million public liability insurance, but it's very not heard of, but I have heard of a couple of companies who do that. Maybe unless they do bigger events, I'm not too sure. But the 5 million public liability insurance is okay and very affordable every month. So do shop around for the prices and all stuff like that. As I said, I can't quote on that. I can only kind of advise you in which directions to go. But do shop around and you will get the best deal. Now, safety certificates. Kind of like your car here in the UK, it goes over the pits every year, kind of like an MOT for your bouncy castle. Now your castles get checked for everything, for safety, quality, repairs, anything it needs, even upgrades, because sometimes rules and regulations do change, and last year's castle might need an upgrade for next year, like a new step or something like that, to be qualified for the new regulations. Now, there's many of these tests out there, but there's two common ones you might have heard about, which is the PIP test and the RPI test. Now you might ask me, what's the difference with these two? Well, there is only quite subtle difference between the PIP test and the RPI test. Now basically both of those tests are exactly the same. There's no different in any area for that safety test. So they're both the same, RPI and PIP, but the test is exactly the same. Now with the PIP test, as you see, this is what it kind of looks like here. It's a small little test. Now the only difference with the PIP test is you get a couple of things with it. You get this badge with your number on it, and you stick this on your bouncy castle, and that number there is logged into the PIP website, and it is registered on their website, so people can actually check you out if they want to hire you if you are PIP registered. Now again, I've not had any major issues with anyone asking for a PIP test at all in the 10 years I've been operating. So, the other big difference between this and the RPI test is the price. Yes, again, it's the same test, but with this, with the flashy blue badge and the registration, you do pay a hell of a lot more money for each individual test. So do keep this in mind if you are money conscious with your business. So both tests are exactly the same and will do for any insurance purpose. Now, other examples, when you buy bouncy castles new, manufacturers will have their own safety test, kind of like this. So when you buy it new, these will vary in all shapes and sizes, and they will test this for 1 year from the manufacturer. Now that is adequate up to the 1 year. Then after the 1 year, you can either go and get your PIP test or your RPI test to continue your safety check. So these ones here are absolutely fine because it is from the manufacturer and they are brand new castles. So there we are on a little bit there on tests and insurance in there. So the next episode that we're going to be seeing here is our big event day tomorrow down at Bolton Regis. So we'll be bringing you that next week, and we'll be just showing you all about how to run an event. Alright, now we've had a bit of a chat about the insurance and safety. We're going to give you a bit of a tour now around one of our warehouses down here on the farm, just to give you an idea on how much space you would need once you get past 5-10 castles. Then you'll see how much it will start to evolve with your new business. And once it starts growing and growing, you know you're doing something right. So let's have a bit of a look now. We're going to show you our pack up for tomorrow for our event and show you how much we can fit into one small van. So let's have a look, shall we? Just going to have a little look here at how many castles we are. We've got about 25 in all, and as you see, it's a lot of equipment we have in the shed. It does look like a bit of a mess, but really it's pretty suited for what it is. You know, we've got pumps on top of castles, sandbags, bits and pieces like that, big soft play, anything and everything we have here. Down 2 lines here of the shed, as we have a lot of equipment. There we go, ball pits and so forth, and it goes all the way down the back there. So we've got tons and tons of equipment. We've got more generators there, more pumps, again soft play toys, you name it, we got it. So that's kind of a basic of what a warehouse would look like. If you got more than 10 castles, you're gonna need the space. Right, it's time to load up some of the equipment for our big event down at Bognor Regis tomorrow. So let's get on with it, shall we? Alright, here we go. We've just almost loaded up the van for the event tomorrow. As you can see, we're running 2 petrol generators as well. Petrol pumps, some castles, some trolleys and bits and pieces in there. Pretty compact in a small transit van, that's for sure. Around here, lots of pumps. The rest of the castles, as you see, pretty compact, rolled up. This one here is really tiny, which is pretty good. And some signage, safety signage and everything for an event. And around here is our jungle slide. And some big connectors for generators and stuff like that. So anyway, yes, as you see, you can fit a lot inside the back of a standard van-based transit. There's 6 castles in there with mats, a sound system, and all the pumps. Right, yeah, there we go. We've had a bit of a look at everything, and we'll see you on the next show with our event. For now, goodbye.